So just tapping into this comment as your friendly neighborhood cult expert to say that every single time you start calling your leader daddy, it's a cult. Every time. I'm Daniella, scholar of cults, extreme groups, and extremely bad leadership, and I wrote a book about growing up in one of the world's most extreme cults, the Children of God, and then going into the cult of the U.S. Army, where they also use this mommy, daddy imagery. You can get signed copies attached here. So cults use familial language on purpose. It's part of breaking you. Breaking you is part of self-sacrifice here, step 4. That's how they break you from your identity. And part of that is getting you to cut yourself off of your own family and thinking of them as your family, and start thinking of the cult and the cult leadership as your family. And everyone around you is your brothers and your sisters, right? I've actually written a little bit here in The Culting of America, the next book that I'm putting out, about familial language. Cults love to toss around words like brother, sister, and even call the leader mother or father or daddy, which, as the previous video connotes, has quite the schmexual connotation to it. To make the group feel like one big happy family. It's not just sweet talk, it's strategy. By framing the group as your real family, they create a whole new loyalty structure where the cult comes first. Over time, members start to believe that the cult is the only place where they truly belong, with people who get them, in ways their actual families never could. It's a subtle but incredibly effective tool. The more you buy into this family idea, the easier it becomes to drift away from your real support systems. And of course, once you're cut off from the people who might question what's going on, you're that much more stuck. In the Children of God, this wasn't just metaphorical, it was literal. We were raised to see other kids as our brothers and sisters, and the leader as our ultimate parent, like a God we couldn't question. We even rebranded as the family. Your biological family didn't matter, and in many cases, those ties were downplayed or completely erased. Everything revolved around the cult's needs, its rules, and its version of love. I grew up believing the group was my real family, the only people who would ever care about me. But that belief also kept me trapped. It stopped me from reaching out to anyone outside the group who might have helped me see the truth. When your entire idea of family and love is built on this distorted system, it's hard to even imagine life beyond those walls. And that's the trap. Once the cult convinces you that they're your only real support system, walking away feels impossible. You're not just leaving a group, you're abandoning your family. It's a con. By flipping love into hate and blind loyalty into obedience, and loyalty into blind obedience, cults replace the people who actually love you with the ones who want to control you. Like I always say, anything that calls itself your family usually just wants to overwork you, underpay you, and expect you to put up with way more BS than you'd tolerate anywhere else. This isn't just a cult thing either. It happens in workplaces all the time. When a company says, we're not just coworkers, we're family, you should probably brace yourself for unpaid overtime and a guilt trip if you dare to set boundaries. It's the same tactic, blurring the line between genuine care and manipulation to make you feel like you owe them more than you do. After all, you wouldn't let your family down, would you? But here's the truth. Real love doesn't require you to sacrifice yourself to prove it. Whether it's a cult, a company, or any high-demand group, when they start throwing around family language, it's often a giant red flag. They want your time, your loyalty, and your energy without having to earn it. And when you finally see through it, you realize their version of family is just another way to keep you stuck, working harder and questioning less, because cults are always about labor. Have a day, Captain Mestyanek out. Hope this helped.